Oh, y'all out there? Y'all out there? I ain't been alive in so long. I ain't been alive so long that I feel like I got a show to do. Feel like I'm Rick Ross. I want to send a shout out to everybody who showed up. Who we got in the house? We got Miss Bell, the Dub fam's number one commenter. Like she gonna beat me in YouTube for real. Who we see? We got Tammy Talks. Tammy Talks, definitely one of my favorite YouTubers out there, just telling a little story, like a little introduction. I always looked at Tammy Talks. I said, she got something unique going on, and she's really growing. She's really growing as a new YouTuber. I didn't know Tammy Talks was 10 years deep in the game. I was like, Tammy has been grinding, grinding. So you definitely check out Tammy Talks. We got Feel Good in the house, Janera Rose, V, Mr. Meter Joe. Yeah, we just here. We got Ropo. I appreciate everybody showing up. I had to get here because in my comments I saw a lot of people who didn't know because I really did not get to Danielle said I'm playing too much. Let me take my glasses off. I got my show. It's getting hot too with all these lights. Let me take this jacket off. You know, I didn't get to really explain my situation fully, because the only people I really need to explain to is my you know, my YouTube family. The other people they don't really count, but we got to know what's going on. Jacqueline Willoughby. Hey Jacqueline. Um yeah, I had to come in and just haven't understood with y'all and bring some things to the light, as a what do you call it? As a content creator, you gotta kind of expect any and everything that's going on or whatever. So, but these things that are going on right now, I really not didn't expect to because I've been in situations like this, but it went so differently, so differently. So, well, so far we got 25 in the chat. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. Mr. Demeter Joe, I got my chains on. I'm like Drake, I wear every single chain, even when I'm in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there on the YouTube street. J Dub ain't got no he aspiring to be somebody else. He ain't got nothing going on and all that stuff. J Dub living good. I'm definitely ain't no bragging type or nothing because none of that stuff matters. Because guess what, y'all? I mean, that's why I said I was gonna do what do you call it? A Patreon. I got so many stories to tell. J Dub didn't had it, lost it, and got it back again. So none of this stuff don't mean nothing. But when you're putting my name out there like you're above me and I ain't got nothing going on and nothing like that. That's when I got to say something. I got to let it out a little bit. Hey, Shade in the City. Y'all go check out Shade in the City. They like a dynamic duo on this YouTube world. They new and up and coming. They stay dedicated. They're unique. Enjoy their content. Check them out. Shade in the City. For real. What I'm like, I think I'm almost what 2 years in or whatever, I'm still a brand new YouTuber. If one of y'all ask me, say, J Dub, hit me with give me the URL of your YouTube channel. I probably cut the camera off or something. It's really that serious. I got CJ in the house. Hey CJ and Tracy B. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, because it's time to bring clarity. I don't think I want to go in the okay, we got Cynthia A all the way from Montreal. And I appreciate that. Not that I don't appreciate it, y'all. It's just it hit when I'm talking on this camera, it just feel like I'm talking to people around the corner. Even though I know y'all spread out all over the country, but now we in another country. There go one of my day ones who had my back. AW, appreciate always to see you. Um, what else? Just like I said, we gotta clear some things up. I guess I was late, so I'm gonna try to hang on a little bit longer. Maybe a couple more people get in here, but that's what it usually. I got what over close to 3,500 what do you call it, subscribers. I couldn't even get it out, but it's only about 30 people who stick in there and be there. Is that Deborah Valentine? Is that my cousin Deborah? Because I only know one person with that name. I don't know, but I don't know. But here we go. So to kind of get an introduction on what's going on. We had a situation with we had a situation with Anthony from Ready to Love or whatever. And Anthony had some words to say, but he was sending like subliminals, And that's one thing I really don't do is the subliminals. I could kind of, I could take the high road and brush it off, but it just kind of irritated. But what really kind of sent me over the top was that there were people because it originated at Sabrina Soul's chat. Because of those for those who don't know, I do panels sometimes on Sabrina Soul's chat, and we do Ready to Love. And a lot of times, how y'all know I be clowning and all that kind of stuff. And I do some things on Anthony. So it's pretty much let's get it bottom line because J Dub don't do no backpedaling or nothing. Anthony was saying in his interview with Sabrina Soul that he was speaking to me. Now he singled me out of everybody else. He was referring to me, which I know. Shout out to Kiki. Thank you. I appreciate you showing up. He was referring to me without saying it. And even people in the chat was saying like, oh, J Dub saying Anthony gay, and that's why Sabrina asked him that question about him being gay. I never said Anthony was gay. I said he has some funny mannerisms that could be a little funny because now we live in a world that where we can't talk about the things that we see. Everything is too sensitive and all that kind of stuff. And I got to stop my chat. Shout out to my brother POJ. That's PO from Ready to Love. And PO is definitely in the story, even though he's not, but I'm explaining how that go when I go real deep into this thing. So I'm on last Monday, I'm on Sabrina Soul's chat. We doing a panel for Ready to Love, and they were just gushing and gooing over Anthony and all of that. I don't have no problem with that. I have zero problem with that. It was just the fact that they were just loving and doving, hey LV about this man. He got cocoa butter beard and his skin is made of silk and all that stuff. And I'm like, all the guys in the panel was like, we just looking. We like, is this gonna be over what? So that's fine. I was like, you know what? It's something I want to ask y'all as women. Because I'm not a man. I don't know what y'all like. I don't know what turns y'all on. I don't know. But do y'all recall seeing a clip on Ready to Love when Cynthia asked Anthony, so what does your future look like? What is your end goal in a relationship? And this man said, marriage. And that set a whole fire. And then it was a whole segment, the last 20 minutes. It was just about marriage. And I'm like, is that what y'all like as women? I'm not a woman. I don't know what turns y'all on. I don't know, what drives y'all. But when you talking about, I guess, being with a man and what's his goals and all that kind of stuff, and you want to hear marriage. Like I'm saying, yeah, everybody like marriage. Everybody, most people, if it's for you or whatever. I was just saying it was in question. It was in questions because I'm on the same stance as Cynthia's baby daddy on the show. Like, yeah, because he did a great interview with Sabrina. Like, yeah, you got good conversation, but you suspect. And that's how I feel. And I stand on that. I didn't say he was gay. And if I did, I don't care nothing about if whatever his preference is, all that kind of stuff. I don't get into all that. But I speak on the fact that we know this is a show. We know it's produced, but don't come on this show fraudulently. Like you're deceiving people. I don't like that. And I'm not just saying that about Anthony or anybody else. I'm saying anybody who don't come in there ready for love, I ain't with it. So of course now everybody's saying it's a game show, it ain't real and all that. But guess what? I invest my time weekly on it. I'm looking for people who ready to love, like how the season first started out. Not that weren't people with ulterior motives on the show or whatever, but I want to see the real deal. So when people come up fake or they don't seem to be in the process and all that, that irritates me. And guess what? I got my own platform, so I can. What's the motto of this channel? Say what you say. And that's exactly what I do. So if you don't like it, it irritates you, whatever, put it in the comments. If you hate it so much, you ain't down with J Dub no more, get off my channel. It's me. And guess what? Even if you don't like me on somebody else's platform, they want me on there because they want J Dub. And that means I'm starting to talk like Tommy in the third person. you know, but what Anthony had said to me, or subliminally to the the chat, and why they going with it? Yeah, Jay, it's all J Dub's fault. There go Halima. Halima gives wonderful comments consistently. Um, what they were saying in chat, yeah, J Dub did. He brought about all this negativity towards Anthony. He's a guy. J Dub's a hater and all that kind of stuff. And Anthony go in his little rant, and I mean they applaud. He like, well, yeah, he talking about me. He talking about me. Like, well, this guy's YouTube. He's trying to come up off me. He's trying to, you know, do this thing to make himself more relevant. I guess I don't know if I slept with his sister or somebody in his family and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he kept going and going. I mean, I'm like, dude, stop it, because you ain't gonna win this one. So he even took it further. He's like, well, I don't know what's up with this guy. He want my life? Do he want what I have? Talking like his house, his car, because he make great money and he got this and he got that. And I'm like, that kind of pissed me off. Like I said, like he talking like I'm below him or beneath him. Like I said, y'all done seen the lives and all of that kind of stuff. So I said in my little short, I was like, Anthony, you ain't got nothing going on that I got. I mean, Jay, listen, J Dub been like I talk like Tom in third person. J Dub got his own thing going on. J Dub has been in his career longer than you have. J Dub got the square footage. He got the 20-foot ceilings. When you look out the window at J Dub's house, there's acres with J Dub. You go outside in the parking lot, there's a whole lot of different things going on. Electric cars, Range Rovers, all that kind of stuff. Rest in peace to my slingshot. I crashed my slingshot, got messed up. Thank God I'm here. I will never ride it again. But it ain't about that. But he put me out there like I'm some begging YouTuber trying to come on, listen. If nobody even ever subscribed me ever again, I got my people with me and I'm great with my lane. And whenever it's time for me to grow and blow up and do more, that's what it'll be. If I never get another subscriber again, I've already won. I won. I don't need to come up because I really have a very niche, specific type of audience of subscribers. Because I kind of put it out there. I don't do that politically correct stuff. I put it all the way out there. So, it got kind of ugly, and I didn't really appreciate that at all. I hated it actually, but then I hated that they was backing this man saying all this stuff. Because guess what? When I just mentioned PO in the chat, I had the situation with PO. I talk crazy every single week about PO. Every single week, I talk bad about PO. I dog PO. But guess what? PO had the intelligence to know that what I do isn't personal. It's just what I do. I don't know PO. I don't have anything against PO, but he handled like a mature gentleman. And I even seen PO in these DC streets. And guess what? It was no issue. It was all love. We respect each other just like men, and that's what it was. But that speaks a lot to PO. I was gonna be wherever PO was at. Like if he had a problem with me, I was gonna meet PO where he was at. But PO is a true gentleman. PO is a mature man. That's what it looks like. But we got some things that they're acting opposite of. It gets yeah, it gets a little iffy. They going way to the left. And like I said, the people supporting it, I'm not saying agree with me, but y'all like supporting this toxicity going on. Because it ain't just that bad with Anthony. It was more silent. Because me, I think that was like more like a coward move. He wanna blame everything on me. He wants to blame everything on me and then shoot subliminals. Go ahead with that. Because what I'm doing is I'm addressing this because it's really like we was battling out in these YouTube streets, and I just wanted to bring it to the front, let everybody know what was going on, and then and bury it because it's nothing. But this is what I do. I'm gonna keep doing this, and I like that. I like that comment. Let me hit that comment right there. Let me hit that comment. Show that. Tammy talks. You'll grow when you're supposed to. That's exactly right. I'm in no rush to uh, be on anybody's level. I'm not racing anybody. I love where I'm at on this YouTube. I've gone so much further than I ever thought I was. I mean, I blew up off of one video and I still didn't know what to do. And guess what? Because I admit that I'm not a seasoned vet at this. If you ask me, hey, um, put a picture right now of Anthony on the screen. I couldn't do it for you to save my life, but I'm okay with that too because I'm going to learn. I'm gonna do this thing. And like I said, coming from Tammy Talks, she didn't did that, so I can definitely receive that from Tammy. She lived that, and that's why she has the success as she did. She's committed and stayed with it. So yeah, that's what we at with Anthony. I'm gonna leave it alone because, as I said, it wasn't about it's just me questioning him, of his mannerism, because that wasn't the only thing that it was. I'm gonna speak on it. If the man acting or looking sweet or doing s- things that are suspect, I'm gonna say it, and that's my opinion, and I got a right to say it. I got a right to say it. I really appreciate that, Tammy. I need it, and we help each other. That's how we get through. That's how we really get through because we are a community. What we got? Malicious 28. Hey, what's up? What's up, girl? Yeah. I yeah, I was just like really bothered by that. Not it's just like it just came off of that subliminal stuff. But let's go ahead. I don't think I got any more to really touch with Anthony because again, he did it like backdoorish. He didn't want to say my name, but the chat said my name for me. Like, oh, he's talking about J Dub. J Dub did this. I'm the only person in the world saying there's something up. You're suspect, your ways and all that. I got examples. We're not gonna go with it. We're gonna leave it. But somebody I have to address directly. This we're gonna go in. And I promised myself that I wasn't gonna cuss this live because I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna show self-control, but I might get a little wild on this one. So we going we going let's go to the next subject. Who we got here? We got low hanging fruit Tony. Tony from Ready to Love, who was dipping and diving with Morgan, as well as Natasha and all of that. I'm over here minding my YouTube business or whatever on my platform. This man comes and gives me he want to give me a comment in reference to Anthony, which I had a huge issue with. And so much so, he knew it was off base. So that's why what do you call it? What do you call it? He edited the comment. He didn't say everything he said, but I got the full comment. I took a picture of it. Again, I wish I could bring it up front, but let me read it. So Tony said to me, his name is Tony White 2210 on YouTube. He said, see what I was going to say. You need to stop speaking on my brother. See, I'm the type who wants all the smoke. Make your ass down to South Florida, talking all that further. What's really good, and stop trying to make yourself irrelevant off my dog. I promise you won't respond, but I will. So what's good? Let me let that soak in for a minute. Let that soak in for a minute. Let me let that soak in so I don't get too crazy. I hope my sound is all right. I kind of turned my mic up. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. So I didn't say my response. Let me go back to my response. Let me go to my response. Look, we come from a different place. I don't post no threat on the internet, but y'all gonna keep watching me. I'm in my platform. I'm doing my thing because I done made two shorts about Anthony, and then I gave a rebuttal to what he said. And I thought it was hilarious. Because guess what? On Sabrina's Soul channel, when Anthony was asked, let's say 15 questions, on the 15th question, Sabrina say, oh, so Anthony, there's been speculation that people are assuming or having questions about your sexuality. Anthony response. I'm not gonna do it here because I don't know if my short is still back. He jumped from his seat. He said, "Hold on," jumped, and then came back. Oh, I had to get my daughter. She wanted me. I had to get my daughter. Like he sat there the whole time. His daughter called. His daughter called him. He jumped from that seat. He jumped from that seat. So, okay. To me, that's body language. Guess what? Whatever your sexuality, I don't care. But it's in question. But it's only J Dub who questioned it. Come on. Yeah, I like that. His daughter. Yes, his daughter called him. So he had to run from a live interview. Sabrina was in shock. She was like, "Okay, like I don't know what to do next. I don't know what to do next." And nobody else did either. But it's a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and because it felt like attack mode, but I'm talking about the wrong people. They covering for this man. I don't know. It's about how the women they love to take care of their baby boys. They can never do no wrong. Guess what? I was a baby boy, and my mother did the same for me. I could do no wrong. But anyway, let's talk about this low hanging fruit, Tony. This man, like I said, come on my platform, threaten me. Like you want me to go back and forth with you? Like, guess what? Me and Tony in the same age bracket. We in our 40s. So like he's a New York scumbag, but we in the same bracket where we in the same generation. Where we don't do all this internet talking. I know we're different. Apparently we are. We're different, but we handle our things a certain way. If Tony want any all smoke with me, there's ways of doing that. There's ways of handling that. And whatever Tony want to do, that's okay. I deal with it. And it's all good. It's all good. There's no issue. It's no issue. If he gets that bent out of shape about me talking about Anthony, but guess what? It ain't about me talking about Anthony. It's because I be talking about him. Because I said from day one, the whole panel was loving him. The people loving him. Oh, Tony, he's just, he's a smooth operator. I say, listen, y'all, Tony is not no good guy. He's a grimy, thank you, Skewl, slime ball, scumbag, New York dude. Shout out to another YouTube creator who is just an awesome moderator on YouTube. I mean, I cannot say enough how she works hard every time I'm in her presence about anything. She's wonderful and she's funny too. But yeah, it's about a deflection of it. He don't like me talking about him, so he gonna act like he's saving Anthony or taking from his brother. So he want to come at me like, he threatening me like he gonna do something to me. If I come down South Florida, it's on. Man, I don't give a man. I've always been good. I've always from 12 years old from the seventh grade. I decided that back then that nobody would ever do anything to me without my acknowledgement. Like I would let it happen, and I've kept that word ever since. I don't worry about people trying to talk about they want to do something to me or anything like that. I don't worry about nothing like that. Nothing like that. And I said, Anthony, Tony ain't gonna do nothing to me. Wherever I go, South Florida, North Florida, wherever, it ain't gonna happen. And I ain't worried about it. But I really thought it was some sucker, low life coward as my I ain't gonna say that, a pumpkin pie kind of dude. He weak, he's soft to talk to me like that. And then like people, the Dove fam was like responding to I mean not Anthony, I keep saying it, Tony, about like, hey, it's not that serious. You like my favorite guy on there. And he like, I don't give a fuck about what y'all say. It's all about respect. Do he show respect? But the fact of the matter is show that Ready to Love don't put much into the psychic valve. Like this dude got problems. Like he could think like he can bring that to me or like he gonna do something to me. I ain't worried about none of that because he ain't. He ain't built like that. Because if he was like that, he would come see me for real. But he's faking. So I know what time it is with dudes like him. Like, but he should know better. He too grown. I ain't talking to a millennial or nothing. But he want to come at me like that. I mean, GTFO. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I mean, I was just blown away by it. I just couldn't believe that like he went there, he took it there. But again, it shows what he really is, what I was saying before, what we already knew. This dude got anger issues. He got issues. Like you can get aggressive with the women if you want to, but keep that over there, man. You don't want to see me. Leave me alone. Why are you watching me? You don't like me. I talk bad about you, and I'm gonna keep talking bad about you, but not really anymore. The show over. All y'all 15 minutes is up. But I'm just saying, like, right here, right here, right here. Something wrong with that boy. I'm telling you. But that's why I say it shows the type of character or lack of character of this guy is. I mean, it's like it's absurd. It's absurd. absurd that he would come at me like that over that. So, but it is what it is. J Dub ain't worried about none of that. But but guess what? It's people, the little trolls, or they still come on my channel tell me, oh, you are just talking about them to come up and all that, or did you get enough comments or whatever off that? I was like, I don't need none of that. I need none of that. I don't look for that negativity. But guess what? Nobody's gonna stop me from saying what I say. Again, I say it again. If you don't like what I say, I'm all about the comments. I'm not asking for no echo chamber. You don't like what I say, put it down in the comments, but keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. So if hey, and guess what? If you hate it so much, leave. You don't gotta watch me. Remember, I'm just a little YouTuber trying to come up. Um, um, and oh, what Tracy B said, I like that. We can bring that to the front. Let's bring it to the front. Um, let me see. I can't get the thing. There you go. Bingo. Tracy B says, we got our first question. What's wrong with him taking up for another man like that? That's suspect. Is it sarcasm I'm missing or I'm reading? I almost caught it. I almost thought, eh, we could disagree, but what's wrong with it is that he's just being yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna answer like I'm reading it. The problem is that he coming at me like he wanted me to go back and forth over the internet about him threatening me or what I'm supposed to threaten him back over the internet and all that. People from me and Tony's age bracket, we don't do that. We have conversations. Oh, we go to war, but it ain't televised. It ain't on the internet. It ain't no, yeah, you ain't gotta make no threats to me. Guess what? Where I come from, if you're gonna do something, you do it. And that's okay. And we deal with it like men. Or if you want to have a conversation like men. But no, um, low hanging fruit Tony did that because he don't like the way I talk about him, you know, and that's okay. But don't make it about, oh, I got to take up for Anthony because he won't say nothing, but I will, and I bet not come to Florida. He got all the smoke for me. He got all the smoke for J Dub. It's war on J Dub. Come on. Oh my goodness. I gotta hit this. Tanja Tanja H is more man has more knowledge than low hanging fruit Tony. You don't put that online. If that's people who don't miss it, I'm not expecting my main audience, my YouTube family is mainly women, so I don't expect y'all to I don't expect y'all to think like me. I don't. But Tanja J, Tanja, I keep saying J because I see the J. Tanja H understands that. You don't do that. It's okay. Hey, you coming for J Dub's head. It's like that. You so bothered. You're gonna straighten me out. You're gonna do what you gotta do. So big, but we don't put it on the internet. Do what you gotta do, man. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so Tracy B didn't mean it in a situation where like what's wrong with what Tony did? But yeah, I saw Jacqueline Willoughby had something. Did I miss it? Let me go back. I was talking so much. But yeah, where I gotta go back. I don't want to miss something. What somebody asked me. But yeah, I'm channeling Trinidad James, Cynthia's baby daddy, because me and him, we feel the same way about Anthony. I like your conversation, but you suspect. I stand on that. That's cool. He talks the talk. He got all the great answers, and that's good. That's good. But don't throw. Do not sneak diss me. I don't appreciate that. I don't respect that. I don't. I ain't with that. And I'm gonna respond because, like I said, I got it to the point where, like I said, he talking about like this man. He's a high level man, and J Dub's down here. I want to be him. I want what he got. J Dub got everything that Anthony got. J Dub got something that Anthony don't got. What's that? Marriage. Yeah. 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 Because that's what he told Cynthia that's what he want. Uh-huh. Marriage. But anyway, shout out, shout out to Chloe in the building. Chloe Johnson. She's a YouTuber doing a thing. Love her accent, energy, and all that kind of stuff. Let me see. What I missing? Mimi in the house. All I don't want to forget nobody. Oh, SJ. Marriage. And why y'all if y'all hear that, y'all thinking, "Oh, did J-Dub turn into Anthony or something?" Is but no, it's that thing connects when on a live panel that we did on Sabrina Soul's channel on Monday, and I did a little scenario or segment on marriage, because again, for those who missed it from me explaining from the beginning, they was just gloating and just doing way too much over Anthony. And I just asked them, do y'all like a man who likes marriage? It says it like that. That's all I be wondering. Mm-mm. Love Rika J Dub is not single. J Dub, I can't wear my ring because my hand messed up from an accident. But that the sassy doormat, yeah, the sassy doormat. But yeah, what we was talking about uh low hanging fruit Tony. So yeah, I think we pretty much done about that. I felt like I was gonna do some reviews or something like that, but I feel like I've exhausted my energy. But I'm gonna try to keep going. I just appreciate seeing all y'all supporting, being in the building. I haven't done a live in months on months, and I really want to try to get out there. And just thank everybody for the continued support. And I gotta send a special shout out to Auntie's Advice. Auntie's Advice, another one of my favorite YouTubers. And she pretty much like, let's say, had a conversation, pulled me aside, and what I can discuss is just like, Auntie believes in what I do, and she encourages me to continue to work and really push this channel. Because apparently, just like Tony said, I really need to what is the word? I guess I'm getting clout off of the Anthony situation, which is not like that. I barely have time to do it, but this is something I really have passion for and I take seriously. So I really want to push and push and push and really, let's say, provide a product to engage with the people who love J Dub because that's all I care about. If you ain't for J Dub, you ain't with me, hey, that's fine. That's fine. Go that way. We good over here. We good over here. Me and all my 30 people that I got, but I got 81 in the chat, and I appreciate every last one of y'all in the chat. So yeah, yeah, I'm trying to stay positive. And to me, actually, shout out to Ashley Aubrey, another YouTuber. She does the panel on different shows, and she be all over the place, and she might be the second number one commenter besides me. I am YouTube's number one comment. I still got the title. That's one thing I do. Even if I don't do a video. I'm gonna be on somebody channel comment. Tracy B, I appreciate you. That really feels good because I do it for y'all. Why I say that? Because everybody kept saying, do a channel, do a channel. I'm like, nah, I just like the comment. They's like, nah, you need to really have your platform and all of that. You know, let me go over to this comment. Sunshine and flowers. One of one of one of my favorites out there and a neighbor of mine. Even though we haven't met, we're gonna run into each other one day out here. But just don't tell Tony where we live. Ooh. Anyway, uh, yeah, I ain't starting no trouble. I'm just trying to bring clarity to a situation that's really been out there, and I'm trying to kind of bury some situations with dealing with Anthony and Tony from Ready to Love because they coming for me. They calling my name. I'm over here minding my business. You ain't gotta like what I say. You ain't gotta, you know, get down in the comments. I love the comments. I don't care what kind of comments. Just, don't tell me I better not come somewhere and you gonna do this to me and do that. Man, we don't do all that, man. Where you from? What you about? We don't do that. And guess what? You don't like me, move on. That's all. That's all. That is all. That is all. So yeah, I'm just trying to get my energy. Let me take a sip. I've been talking too much. Yeah, so I don't know. Here we go. I plan to talk about what did I wanted to do like a we got art world. The reenactment video was so funny. Yeah, it was funny watching it. I was blown away what I saw because like I said, I watched this man for the whole hour and then he bolt when it's time to ask about your sexuality. But how could J Dub do this to Anthony? He made Sabrina ask him. about his sexuality. It was quite absurd. But shout out to Lolo K. I got a 199 super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, you don't have to, you can spend your 199 anywhere in this world, but you did it with me. And I appreciate that. That's real talk. Much love. I'm glad you have your channel. I appreciate you just supporting the channel and just being here, your presence, your comments, because that's how I like my currency. I don't mind super chats, but hey, comments. I need you to say something. I need you to talk to me or talk to each other. I really appreciate it. I need it. I need it. I don't want it. I need it. So yeah, we here. So, yeah, I had planned to kind of do an overview of what Married at First Sight because I didn't do a video as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I can't stand that show. But guess what? That's one of my highest rating shows. So let me know what y'all want to talk about. Put it down in the chat. We can take suggestions if you want me to go in with the program and talk about those two shows. Talk about something else. I'm with it. I'm so with it. Give y'all a second to see if y'all got something to say or whatever. But as I said, I really enjoy doing live. I mean, actually, it's easier doing a video or whatever. Um, yeah. Tammy talks say love and marriage is oh, it's so bad. Yes, it is. It's painful. It's toxic. It takes you to the gutter. And guess what? It used to be a great show. It used to be excellent. And I understand that things change and things transpire, especially in marriage and all that got going on. But like the show, look, even the lighting looks dimmer. Like it's depressing almost. I swear. I just feel like I want to take a bath after I watch that show. It's just it's something. It's something. So ain't nobody really everybody really want to I guess let's go over Married at First Sight if we're gonna do that. If we're gonna do that. Let me see what I got. What I got on my notes. I gotta put on my glasses. It's getting hot in here. It's too many lights and chains. Let me get this stuff off me. Too much jewelry. It's hot. I am hot. I'm burning up. Hmm. Everybody, don't nobody watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I watch it just because I have to. Janera Rose said I'm ready for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, I heard this season was good. I don't think that show is where it used to be, but it seems like this is going to be a good season. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm definitely going to do it. So we can all right. My glasses broke, so if they pop off, don't say nothing, okay? Like mind your business. But yeah, let's go on. Look what I got on Married at First Sight. I don't let me check my notes. All right, let's yeah, all that armor. Oh yeah, and I got my people behind me. I don't know if y'all can see them. That's my bodyguard. I need somebody to have my back. Big Steph say, "What you sipping on?" J Dub might drink 3 or 4 times. I'm like Tommy now. I'm speaking the third person on my live. J Dub don't really do the good drinks. I might drink wine, 3 or 4 times. I like prosecco. I like to get a little bougie or any kind of sweet wine. But I'm just drinking. I do a little thing where I try to drink more water. So this is mostly water, and this is what is it? Strawberry lemonade, organic strawberry lemonade from Costco. Yeah, mostly water. Let's see. Let's see what we talking. We talking about it was the Gatlinburg getaway. And I kind of broke it down. I kind of broke it down like more so in couples or whatever. Even though I really started doing the reviews as one because it was kind of tied whether should I do couples or just one big segment. But the way I have to present it, um, the way I have to present it, it has to be like couples on a live. So let me get back to these comments. Mostly water is not water, sir. It ain't water. It's contaminated water. How about that? They go Markeisha Bennett, one of my ride or dies. Like you just see the names. I appreciate each and everybody, but it's just certain people who just been there all the time. So I get it. I get it. What we got? We got. So let's talk about Shaq and Kirsten. You know, pretty much with with Shaq and Kirsten. I know everybody got their different opinions on it. There's some are popular, some are unpopular or whatever. With them, it's like a hit or miss. I can't tell in that situation who's working and who's not working or whatever. I don't know if they playing with each other. I don't know if they trying to cover up something. V is right. Married at First Sight is dragging along. It's gonna be like 35 episodes until decision day, and I'm sure they're gonna take a break. They're gonna give us a special and all that going on. But for this episode, they still at the Gatlinburg place, and I always wanted to go to something like that, like a little campsite, but like I really want to kind of stay in the house because just what they had bears out there. Because I'm thinking like if you go on a nature walk, what what do you do, or how would you react if you walk up on a bear? Like you can't run, you did just to have a good time. You don't want to die. I just think I would just want to sit on a balcony or whatever. But let me see what Tanja H has to say. She say, "What you think about Shaq?" I think Shaq and Anthony and Reddy Love from Cousins. They both suspect. I believe Shaq is really struggling with some internal demons or whatever. It's almost like he's trying to play a husband or play a man, and um, he's not what he thinks he is as a husband. Like he's such just this great catch or whatever. He claims he's a great communicator. To me, in my opinion, my auntie's advice voice, in my opinion, he like overtalks Kirsten when she tries to speak up. He gives little attitudes or whatever. Like I guess, especially in a brand new stranger marriage, you're going to need to display patience. And not that he's going to be perfect because Kirsten took a long time to kind of open up. And she's showing signs that really she ain't into him or she don't have no plans for him. But like Shaq, again, he's like Anthony. To me, he's suspect. He's got the Minty boys who he hangs out late during the week or whatever. And Kirsten is saying like, "Hey, you're not spending any time with me." And like I said, when the Minty boys came in and saw Kirsten, the first thing the Minty boy asked, he said, "Where you get your hair done at?" When he said that, I mean, like, people in this new world, they want me to ignore that. This is a 20-something-year-old dude, teenager dude. You see thicker than a Snickers Kirsten for the first time, and you ask her, "Where you get your hair done at?" You know, I gotta say something. I'm sorry. That's how I'm built. I got to say something. I can't hold that. Maybe somebody can hold that. And yeah, they talk about Shaq being in the classroom dancing and all of that. And yeah, Danielle, yes, he's Shaq is so needy. Like he's making he's insisting that Kirsten be there like she's a housewife. But at the same time, you're a teacher, you got your Minty boys, you got he's still in school, which I thought he was finished, and he's failing his classes. When does he have time to invest in anything? So he wants Kirsten what? To not sell any houses or try to sell any houses and then stay in a hotel in Murfreesboro, Tennessee and just sit there and watch cable. I don't know. I don't get it. And I think I kind of get it because a lot of people's, let's say, junk, it ties into their childhood traumas. Like he needs that validation. Like I don't know if he has abandonment issues. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot there that he's not speaking. And I just want Shaq to tell his truth. That's a lot to ask. And especially in a brand new marriage that you're not even investing in. Where does Kirsten get the energy to say, "Oh, I want to be around you. I want to come to the trip with you to Murfreesboro to sit in a hotel." You're not giving her nothing. It's all about what he needs, what I need. I need this. I need that. You know, I just don't get that. It's almost like it's a mirroring situation, like two women arguing or whatever, and Shaq storming out, and all that kind of stuff. That's not becoming of a husband. We need more patience. We need more emotion regulation. I'm an emotional man, but I can manage what I got going on, and it don't look like that. Not that we're all the same, but it's exhausting to watch. I mean, like, for real. And I mean, just more and more, he he does things that's in question. Like, let's go back to because we would say, what do we think about Shaq when he goes to painting Kirsten? It's supposed to be sexy. He's slapping the paint all over. He not even looking at her, and then he jammed the strawberry and the whipped cream in her mouth, and it just didn't look. It didn't look comfortable. It didn't look like that's something he wanted to do. It's like his whole life he's playing a part. He's playing a man that what he thought he was doing. AW, if he's working on a PhD, he should already have a support system in place. Absolutely. Like, especially if you sign up in this process and not just like Shaq. I would go and say, like Gina, you can't really sign up for this process and be married to something else. You don't have time. You open up a business, you can't dedicate anything else to another person. Like, I gotta bring up my business. That's my baby. That's what I'm married to. That's what I'm committed to. And Shaq is in school and failing. Maybe he should spend less time doing at the glow sticks and kick parties during the week with the Minty boys, all of that kind of stuff. The bare chested karaoke nights in the dark with the boys, all that stuff. You know, that's too much. You don't have time to do with your marriage. So I guess I gotta speak on Kirsten too, because it sound like I'm a Shaq hater. Then Shaq gonna come tell me don't come down to Nashville. He got something for me, him and his Minty boys. So let me talk about Kirsten too. Um Kirsten, she's a hard read. I don't know if she's one of those protective people. Is she one of those new millennials where like being intimate, and when I say intimate, like sharing yourself is like such a foreign language because you see in this world how people can't talk to each other. They on the phone. And that's not just young people, but especially young people. All they doing is texting. They don't really lock in. They only hooking up and they're not having real conversations. So that is very intimate, and that's something you have to give of yourself, and you have to be open to do so. And she's actually married, so I don't know if she has the capacity to actually do that. But now it seems like she's coming along, but she's rightfully so getting frustrated with Shaq. Because I mean, one minute he's breaking down, crying, and talking about when he's not getting what he needs, then he'll tell her, "Oh yeah, we're fine. We can easily do it. We can do we can just do it." And yeah, but Kirsten is really giving off the vibe that she's not planning any future with Shaq. Shaq is a big family man. She gloats and romanticizes her father, who's only been in her life for 5 years within the home, and he's this super provider in a two-bedroom house with a '94 Caravan out front. She's trying to compare Shaq to him. But she won't let Shaq meet her family. She has no intentions of connecting with this man. So I can't believe that she's truly in this process. I just can't. I just can't. And yeah, it almost seemed like at one point both of them they get checked out, and like they just going along with the flow and they're not really saying what they need to say. And it's just, yeah, I just want. I wish they had like I guess Married at First Sight can't risk their show and just allow everybody to have the decision day early. But this is another couple who I believe should have a decision day immediately because it's like sometimes it's painful to watch and it's unnecessary. Lucy B said Kirsten dad is probably behind bars. Yeah. Uh, I mean, listen, the way she hiding stuff, I could believe that because I mean, when Shaq had asked Kirsten, like, tell me something more about yourself, like, what do you want to know? And oh, we can do that later. But now it's getting very confusing at this point. Kirsten is saying Shaq is saying Kirsten is keeping him up at night, wanting to connect more about, I guess, more stories about him so she can learn more. And, he's being a real queen about it. Like, she's bothering him. I'm like, ain't that what you wanted? Yeah, she took a long time to kind of come around, but she here now. So everybody does things in their own time. Not that I would be comfortable with that, but I mean, I like that. AW say, Let me hit that one. I like that. Kirsten and Shaq are like a bad first date. Yes, it's so painful. Please, somebody quit already. You're not supposed to give up on marriage, but let somebody bow out gracefully. We don't want to see it no more. If it ain't one of y'all, like Miss 86 Hazelwire said, it's both of them. It's just it's awful. Put me out of my misery. Let me go, let me go. But yes, I guess if they let everybody quit, because people will give up in these days. People don't like to stay married. So what you say to me, I'm gone. I want a divorce and still get their money. They never show up to the reunion or nothing like that. So yeah, it's just at this point, it's both of them. I'm tired of looking at both of them. I want both of them to give up. They are both sending mixed signals, and I know, you hear what I'm saying? I know they're not gonna say yes. Imma say both of them. Maybe one of them might say yes, but not both of them. There's no way. There is no way. Let me see. I like that. I like that. That's another Tammy talks. She don't think they're incompatible. They're getting in their own way. Yes, they could be. Um, if 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 Kirsten was open, if if Shaq was really himself, he's fighting his inner demons. But yes, what they got going on, but I don't know. Shaq to me, I'm gonna say, listen, I'm gonna say I have trouble with Shaq. You could see he's not the only one, but we talking about Shaq now. He got some childhood trauma that he has not cleaned up. And not only that, let's go here. So I want to watch my words here because I am sensitive to some things with people. Where Shaq was struggling with some mental things going on, where like they were insinuating that I gotta say in the YouTube correct way, he wanted to unalive himself. And no judgment on people who struggle mentally. However, in my opinion, shouldn't we try to get the, let's say, the most mentally healthy, open, ready to go, giving people, not people who are taking pills for their conditions or struggling, because another person can't clean that up. They're not a professional. The experts don't even show up on this show. So how can we get that going? It just don't make no sense. But yeah, they I can go with that, Tammy. If they were both healthy and whole, they could really make it, because on paper, absolutely. And Kirsten could go to some of Shaq's glow stick events if he wanted it, but he probably don't want her at those events. He want her on the business stuff, the stuff that's straight lace. He don't want her at the minty part. He's like, no, no, you stay home, you stay home. You know, um, yeah, they could make it, but I mean, if you ask me, everybody on here could make it if they were doing what they were supposed to do. I'm gonna say that, because it's hard to call them experts, but the matchmakers that put these people together, it shows that something could be there. But everybody got to get out their own way. You know, everybody get it. They got to. Yes, we're gonna go here. We're gonna keep going. I was about to get off, but we're gonna go that. Miss Hazel Eyes, 86 Hazel Eyes. I feel like Shaq is looking for a mother, a therapist, and a wife. 100%. Like, we already know it's some deficiency there when he talks about his father. He never knew his father, or he didn't meet him till later. I don't know. Daddy wasn't there. So okay, we got daddy issues. But mama had to make it shake and take care of all these kids and work two jobs. It's an imbalance. So he wanted there. So he missing. He feel like he don't have nobody there, and he focuses on not having that attention. You know, yeah, I believe that's the thing. It's too needy. Like, you can't even live a life. You can't have a career a way Shaq wants to set up. He wants you there every single time. He writing a paper. He wants you to stand outside and watch him through the window at his class, or he wants you to bring him lunch while he at school. And I mean, it's way too much. It's way too much, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting. So let's see. Can we go to another couple? I think, unless if y'all want to talk some more about it. But y'all having some great comments on here. It get me going. Um, who we want to talk about next? I'm gonna look in the chat. We want to freestyle it. Anybody? If I see something coming, who y'all want to talk about? Anybody want to talk about somebody? What's the couple? Who we talking about? What we doing? What we doing? I'm singing 2 Chains, and I took my chains off. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I don't see nothing. Chat, 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 chat. Okay, okay, okay. Let's say Eris and Jasmine. Yeah, that's a good one. That's my favorite. America's favorite couple. You know, um, woo. But this is something. This might be more painful than Shaq and Kirsten. So pretty much, when they was at the Gatlinburg trick, Eris had to leave for work. In air quotes. I don't know. I don't trust nothing that Eris says. In my reviews, I call Eris dead behind the eyes Eris. He looks sunken. He looks defeated. He looks like he's depressed. There's nothing like he don't even want to be here. He'll say out his mouth, like, yeah, hey, I enjoy my single life and I love what I'm doing. It's it's just yes, I saw Tammy talks. I have an unpopular yeah, we know you kind of go up for Eris. If I'm right, let me know. I think because I do watch your videos, Tammy talks. Um, it's I'm gonna go with um Devon Franklin. I don't think he's trying hard enough. Okay, let's get the elephant out the room. Jasmine bottom row is tore down to the floor down. But we can fix that. But okay. Now, but he say she ain't got the body like Kirsten. He want the body like Kirsten. He want the thickness. Okay. I saw in this episode, I don't know if she brought something on the vacation when she was wearing them green yoga pants. Looked like she had something going on. And Jasmine has, and like, or what Gina thinks her body looks like athletic. Jasmine is an absolute athlete, 100%. The body shows, even the teeth. She didn't wear a mouthpiece when she was doing her cheers or something. She been biting or hitting her teeth. But anyway, yeah, he's not really trying. And then we have I guess what? I don't buy. It could be true, even though it was admitted that Jasmine says, I'm not the best communicator. I don't say what I feel all the time. And with a person like Eris, even if you did, who would feel safe in that space? He like puts things that she says down or makes fun of those things. Um, yeah, but I'm looking at with Eris, who likes a chain puller. Like you gotta say, oh, please tell me when I'm on my phone too much, or please tell me when I'm doing this or when I'm doing that. Yes, we do need each person to communicate. However, why I gotta nag you about everything that you suppose Eris ain't no young man. Eris 40 years old. You gotta tell Eris everything that he wants. And he goes out his way to, I'm gonna say, desensitize Jasmine in the sex talk or something. Yeah, I've been in 71 orgies and I'm doing my thing and all that kind of stuff. And oh, you ain't never had an orgy? You ain't never kissed a girl? What's wrong with you? All that kind of stuff. Everybody into the freaky deaky swinger section, and to me, that seems like he has the offer. And let me go back on Eris. I don't even need no notes. We going in this thing. I feel good. I feel like I'm freestyling like a rapper or something. Eris has created this language where him talking about his father dying, his friend dying, he doing this, he doing that. Everything that's traumatic has turned into vulnerability, transparency. No, you telling sad stories about your lost and traumatic life. That isn't the only thing that you can be vulnerable about. You can really talk about what's your goals, how you feel, what makes you tick. You know, he he's not husband material to me, in my opinion. At this point, his demeanor, his body language shows that he is emotionally stunning. He can't look Jasmine in the eye. He all over here all the time. Like when he that's an issue. Yes, everybody has their little quirks and whatever, but something wrong with him. Something in a sense that he needs some extensive therapy to get past all his trauma. He looks deep down depressed, black cloud over him, even when he's talking. He's so into gym and reading and fit, and I see nothing there. I see him just trying to pretend like he's happy. He should have joined the conversation. We're like, "Oh yeah, I've been depressed and I'm doing that." But actually, Harvey, I like that. I like that. That this is exactly what Jasmine should have said. Have you kissed the boy? While you talking about have I kissed the girl? You know, who knows? He ain't gonna. I don't know what he would say. Who knows what he'll say? He'll probably take it to another level and try to embarrass Jasmine or whatever. But yeah, I don't. I see this man as a broken man. I see this man as a little boy stuck from his father being lost or whatever. And he always says such negative, inopportune things at the wrong time, like he is unaware of what he's saying. He definitely talked that slick stuff to Jasmine to try to hurt her or poke at her or do little things, but try not to, connect with her. He goes out of the way. Now let's get to Jasmine. On my opinion on Jasmine, um, she says how I guess her trouble of like not being able to communicate or debate or whatever in a relationship is because she's never seen her mother or her father argue. I can't buy that all the way. Granted, to me, it's not like, let's say, an awful thing or surprising thing that she's not great at communication. I'm gonna share a secret. Most of y'all, or most of us, are not great communicators because most of us haven't seen it or haven't practiced it or had great examples or any of those things. So it's like, oh, you don't communicate great? How dare you? Where did you grow up at or whatever? It happens more often than you think. And a lot of people need therapy, couple therapy, individual therapy, all that to kind of clean up some things and get it past those roadblocks that's holding them back from growing within themselves and a relationship. But like, uh, I just don't buy the stuff with Jasmine and just going off something crazy because stuff I never got to what do you call it? I got to never address. Now, Jasmine is what like a workaholic. She helps little white girls in the cheerleading thing and she breeds dog, but she does all of this from her parents' home. I'm like, what does her life balance look like? I don't know because it really threw us off when she was talking. She had 14 dogs, but she was talking about the litter of puppies that she had. But I don't know. She doesn't she doesn't share enough, but I don't think she's in a great space to share. I'm disappointed that they set her up with Eris. Eris seems like he's stuck somewhere. He's stuck back in 2002 or something. Maybe further than that, 1999 or something. He's stuck somewhere, and I think they did a disservice to Jasmine because to me, with her flaws, she's willing to work. She's almost too willing to work. Like she doesn't Miss Hazelhouse. You made me laugh. You made she's almost too willing to work where like she's not taking care or looking after her needs. It's all about pleasing Eris or he gives her a little doggy biscuit every time he says something that might make you think that he wants to continue the marriage or whatever. I don't like to see that. It just it's so one sided. And to me, Eris puts in such little effort, or almost like he's playing for the camera, like he's not really into her like that. And that is an issue for me. But I gotta start looking at Jasmine. What's going on within you? What's going on? What's going on, Jasmine? Like you don't think that much of yourself where every little doggy biscuit he give you, you you good with that. So, yes, yes, shade this is definitely a disservice to Jasmine, 100%. She will take anything that she comes. But guess what? I'm gonna say something crazy. I really, I really enjoyed that. I can take my glasses on, but um, I really enjoyed that little comment, that little doggy biscuit that Eris gave her because it seemed genuine, like he was reading the room. In my opinion, why I got Shaq and Kirsten up there? He was reading the room in my opinion, because he was saying like anybody else, anybody else would have probably cussed him out, ran for the hills, and not want to deal with that foolishness that he put her up with. Not that she should be accepting that, but he recognized that, like, hey, this lady has been putting up with me. She's really been putting up with me. And I thought that was real because that's exactly what was happening. It was happening. It was really happening. Shout out to Sabrina Soul, the facilitator to all this drama, because she has such a wonderful channel. She get the big stars, she get the big names, and they all coming for me. So I had to I had to address it. But no, if you haven't checked out Sabrina channel, um, do yourself a favor. She got everybody on there, including your boy J Dub sometimes. So because I was even looking, well, I guess I found I was looking at Sabrina's channel before she even did the YouTube thing about the shows or whatever, because those are her stories are hilarious. I mean, you got to go from the beginning all the way up to now on Sabrina's channel. It's a lot of great content. But let me get back on track here. Um, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, just with it's just I'm disappointed in Jasmine and that she's accepting his doggy biscuits, but Eris gave a great doggy biscuit at Gatlinburg, and just he was being self-aware. He was being accountable for once, and it seemed genuine. Maybe he could have fooled me. I don't know, but I did like it. However, she should have been done long time ago. She should have never even been at the trip to Gatlinburg or whatever. But um, yeah, Eris ain't it. Eris, when you look at his dead expression in his face, he's not available to her or anybody else. He might be available for some orgies or some or drinking or popping mollies or whatever. He can talk about that. He gets excited and passionate about those things, but a marriage to somebody he's not attracted to, and I gotta keep hearing that every time. Well, the attraction's not there. I mean, we always get one like that, but it's still very cringeworthy to keep hearing that, especially when she's in the room. And even when she ain't in the room, it's just you get tired of hearing that. Okay, cut her loose. You want something different. You're so shallow, you're so focused on looks. We can get her a Visalign. She put something in those yoga pants on the Gatlinburg trip. It looked like a great improvement to me. I don't know, but it's just not there. He needs to be on Fix My Life with a Yana Van Zandt if she was really on this. I mean, he got some deep, dark, hidden secrets. He's been trying to share with us, but he's just a broken little man. Also, who has some type of self-esteem issues. Because when he even speak to referring about like, I can't change looks, but I can't get any taller. Who said anything about you being taller? Because we know that bothers you. That tall thing is an epidemic in this country. And I guess so, because the women like tall men. And if you're short, you gotta kind of get into another lane. There's everybody for somebody, but I can only imagine. I'm so glad I'm not short. But I guess if I was, I had to deal with it. But the crazy thing, most people are kind of shorter. The people who are tall are the abnormal people. It's more short people than tall people. But I'm just going on a tangent and a rant. So I think we're Miss Hazel Eyes, tall men for the win. Yes, I don't know if it's a breeding thing or it's an attraction. I can't tell a woman what she's attracted to. Yes, the tall is a thing, and some people it's a non-negotiable. So what can I say? What can I say? Who we gonna go to? We're gonna do with another double depressed couple. We're gonna do Chris and Nicole. We're gonna do Clinton Gina. Let me see something down there. I need the comments. Let me see something. Let me take a sip of my drink. Um, sunshine. I used to say like the what did I say? Oh yeah. Said I'm not drinking water. I call it a splash. I got 80% water and 20% organic strawberry lemonade. Yeah, it's just okay. I see what I see. Clint and Gina. That's all I need to see. Let's do Clint and Gina. Yeah, I actually want to talk about them because that other couple is it's not called saving the best for last. So Clint and Gina, it's very interesting with this couple. Let's go to Gina first. Hey Michelle Bird. Hey Michelle Crazy Bird. Um, with Gina, as I said, I'm gonna compare him to Shaq, where like Gina's already married, so how could she marry a stranger? She's married to a salon. She eats, drinks, bleeds. Salon, salon, salon is her life. Even this episode, it came off like I'm thinking like Gina had some type of loss in her family or something like that, and she's disturbed. Like I lost, one of my closest friends, my employee of 1 year. How could she do this to me? And Clint, to me, he was the textbook husband, like a husband should be. Like, if your spouse comes in there and they're heartbroken, even if it's stupid to you gotta be supportive. You gotta make sure everything right, especially as a husband. I call husbands firefighters. We gotta put out the fire. We gotta solve the problem. That's how we do. But sometimes women just want you to listen. But Gina just she's lost her mentee who she has worked with for a year, and this is not the first time she's done. I'm thinking like, okay, she didn't quit twice in a year. How great of an employee could she be? But Clint is there. He's like, you damn right. I mean, you put so much into this lady. You showed her how to do the bob curl and everything, and you brought her over. I fed her, and we're in this. It's her loss. She can go to any salon she wants. I'm here for you. You want me to fill in the chair? If you teach me, I will work the chair. Clint was there, and that's what most people need. They need somebody who got their back, and Clint showed that. Can he follow through? I don't know, but he said all the right things, and he seems very genuine. And Gina, again, my opinion, I don't think she will ever get over Clint saying that, she was big boned or whatever he said about her, like her body wasn't athletic or whatever. And, she said, I'll take your ass to the gym and all that, she gonna straighten him out or take him to the house into the gym. But she's never gonna get over that because she believes what he's saying. She knows that her body isn't the typical Caucasian woman style. And, she has to deal with that, and she has to AJ Big Bone. She got to deal with that. But however, to me, she started it when the way she used. I don't I don't like those gingers, and you're kind of gingery and your skin is all paley and stuff. You calling me ugly. Like, you call me ugly, all bets are off. Not that you gotta respond or believe that you're ugly, but still, who wouldn't be offensive? And they was doing that thing about, like, we're gonna be brutally honest. Like, Pascal, like, that was a terrible idea because it is. You just meeting a person and y'all don't even know each other. But now Imma tell you straight up the worst things about you or how I feel about you and use no filter. You have to have a foundation if you're gonna try that, and you gotta know your partner. So, uh, Tina Bree, let me go with that. She looks good. Yeah, I agree. I'm not on that other side of the skin color. Yes, eh, you know, I- Tamar Braxton got us saying, the only the only person want a bone is a dog. Well, we know the dog's not a person, but yeah, the only thing that want a bone is a dog. We want some meat, on our bone. So yes, Gina is fine, but she doesn't believe that. And her circles and her salon circles, the girls probably don't look like her. So I get why she may have some type of complex about that. And with Clint saying that, that bothered her. She cannot get past that at all. Um, so to me, that roadblock is there. So she can't absolutely try. I believe Clinton Gina is like one of the better matches out there. She has to let go. She has to put that behind her, let bygones be bygones. Because guess what? Clint is there for her in every way that a brand new husband should be. Clint probably do something, he probably better than people's current husband who've been there for 10 years. Pink Cream, I see you. I see you out there. I appreciate you making it live. Who knows? YouTube don't put me out there like that. But anyway, um, yeah, Clint. I think Clint is excellent. Like Clint cooks. Clint will deal with the dog all up in your face every day, loving the dog. He compromises with her so much and gives her the room and patience. And I absolutely believe that Clint is attracted to Gina, and he should be, but he can't after she call you ugly and keep talking about, "Oh, yeah, we're in the friend zone, we're in the friend zone, we're in the friend zone." Like, okay, yes, you can build your relationship off the basis of being friends, but yeah, who wants another friend going in a marriage when you're looking for love? It's just like, come on. But Clint is like the man. He's like the man. He's there. He's a barrel of laughs. You can bring the girls over. You can bring your mama and aunties over. Clint is going to entertain. He's going to be personable. He's going to be likable. He 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 puts up with the dog in everywhere they go. Um, he's got an interesting boat hobby or whatever. I'm with it. But guess what? I could see some things that Gina's saying. Like Clint is starting to look like Hank with all that hair, and he's it is looking gingery. It is looking cavemanish. It is that can be changed the same way as Jasmine's bottom row. She specialized in cut. Clint, I need you to cut it. Because when they was at the Gatlin trip, when they was doing the husband pageant, she put in a little man bun in the back. It made a world of difference. But like I said, Clint is like the life of the party. Clint is so flexible. That's what you need in a marriage. You need somebody who can compromise because we're all going to be different and maybe need some grace in certain areas. Clint is that. He's almost the perfect husband, with the exception when they was in that hot tub. So who we got in there? We got Clint and Gina. We got what, Nicole and Chris. I think Eris and Jasmine, if I can remember. He just wants to say, so out of the three couples, two of the couples are not having sex. So tell me this: where's the weirdest place you ever had sex? I was like, damn, Clint. Now you proving Gina's case. Like you back on your Eris ways because he got some Eris in him. You know how he talking about? Remember he put out there that he's been with 60 partners, and just like Eris, he slept with somebody days before and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's where that he uncovers something's there, something's off. You don't talk about, I mean, me personally, you don't know people like that. Why are you talking about sex with other people's wives and all that kind of stuff about where they did to do and it's so freaky and all that? Why? But okay, two of the couples, including yourself, y'all not having sex. So then you got to be talking about you having sex in a wild place with somebody else. How does that help? It doesn't. It does not. It don't help. It don't help. So, that's like I said, I believe that's a little errors coming out. But other than that big flaw, like you don't know what to say sometimes, and that little freaky deaky errors white cousin come out. Clint is great. And all Gina has to do is just pull that little guard down. Pull it down just a little bit, and they will be fine. I'm telling you, they will be fine. They'd be awesome together. So, let's go on to the last couple, the trauma bonding babies. Who was that? That's Chris and Nicole. Now, Chris and Nicole, I mean, like, what hits me so bad with them, like, they live in the past. They have to talk about how and when someone treated them so bad, how they verbally abused them, how they physically abused them. Like, that doesn't help either. Now, granted, yes, you maybe should share some of your past or your journey with your partner and all that. It's some things you should keep to yourself because they're not going to help. Let's do things that help. What they talk about is not helping at all. And it's like y'all going right back to that deep, dark place um, of where y'all been, you know. Shout out to Coco Brown Experience. I appreciate you making it live. It don't matter when you show up. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's depressing to watch. And more so, who is the Ooh, they both got stuff going on. I mean, they need some help individually, together and all that. This is like the only time I would approve because they already married. A new couple getting counseling. They need it so bad. But like, let's get into a thing where Nicole absolutely thinks she don't think anything of herself. She don't believe she's worthy of anything. When things go right, she gets nervous and like does self-sabotage. She gets neurotic in a sense, like when they were going up to Gatlinburg, she was like, well, oh, we're gonna be late. We're gonna get the we're not gonna get a good room. I'm about to throw a tantrum. I usually would, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spaz out. She talking to herself, she being passive aggressive with herself. I mean, I'm exhausted listening to this lady. I don't know how Chris does it, but Chris got his stuff with him too. I'm gonna go back and forth because to me, they both trauma babies in this situation. Now with Chris almost like he hates it there, but he deals with it. But to me, Chris is a huge taker in this situation. Go example, something people may have not noticed. Like the situation where he broke down and um Nicole filled in what was needed in the marriage. Her husband is bawling. He's inconsolable. She has to find a solution for this man. What's wrong? My dogs. Married at First Sight said, we can't keep three dogs. I cannot be away from my dogs. My dogs. Chris, marry your dog. So Nicole takes the sacrifice as the wonderful wife. She's saying, like, hey, I love my dog too. I do puppet shows with my dog and all that stuff. I'll miss my dog, but my dad can keep her. However, we can switch out. I think Nicole dog has visited, not stayed, visited that apartment one time. Chris's dog sleep in the bed, eat off the counter, do whatever they want, but has not mentioned, hey, we should bring your dog over. Maybe my dogs can go over to your dad's or whatever the arrangement is. It's just like he's a taker. And people see it differently, like about the apartment thing. Now, his solution was, hey, we both got 3 months on our lease. Let's extend it another 9 months, even though I don't know nothing about your management or leasing office that you can do 9-month leases. That's just 9 plus 3 equals 12. It's another year. We should stay in our respective apartments, stay married, but come together when we need to. And Nicole didn't want that. Understandably, you live with somebody every single day, romance, getting attached. Then you go back to being single. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. So Nicole had a problem from the beginning, not being able to voice her opinion and saying, "Hey, I don't think that's a good idea. I want to find a place. I'm with you now. I want to be with you." Nothing wrong with that, but she didn't say that. She didn't say that. So Chris is just thinking like it's all good. And then he's controlling the narrative where like when she brings it up, it becomes an issue and he gets passive aggressive with her. Like, she was like, well, it's getting close. And, even though she's nagging and pushing and trying to make decision day before decision day, but apparently this is something that they worked out. She wants to find a place. She don't want to wait to the last minute, but Chris is fine with going back to the apartment where he's at because he didn't want to move in with her anyway. So he kind of blows it off, being dismissive, saying, "Well, well, let's not. We don't need to now. We did say we were going to work it out, and we'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out." Like, no, Chris, when you're moving to a place, especially three dogs specific, you have to be able to lock that down. You got to lock it down. You can't just find this place and no, because he don't care. He don't want to live with her. He don't want to deal with her every day. He can't wait to get back to his single apartment that he's going to extend the lease for an additional 9 months. He probably want 9 more months after that. But um, he's not saying something as well. And it's a thing. Both of them got some issues. They don't belong together. It's just it's a bad look. And I don't think, and this is a couple who I don't think they should have paired together. Two broken emotionally downward people. It's just it don't go together. They just they're like they're bleeding on each other. It's just it's too much. It's too much. And guess what? They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. Nobody is doesn't have the heart to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So the fact of the matter is, like, with dealing with Nicole's mood swing, she goes into that self deprecation, like, anything that she can't do good at, she's got to down herself and give you the whole business about it. Well, I'm just not really good at this golf thing, and I probably can't even walk over there straight like a normal person, and I don't deserve to have a pink ball. I should have a blue ball because pink balls are for good people. And I mean, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know how Chris do. He just like, I don't know how he do it. I don't know how he puts up with that. I mean, everything. It's all good when she's winning, like when she won that lumberjack contest at Gatlinburg. Now, speaking of lumberjack, listen, I'm gonna get close. Nicole's shoulders and arms are just as wide and broad as mine, and I mean that. That perhaps she needs to switch workouts. You know, I mean, seriously, seriously, because I was gonna do a review. I was gonna wear a little tank top so I could look like Nicole in my video because, like, yeah, I gotta say something. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is the motto of this channel. Say what you say. You, I gotta say something when Nicole's arms and shoulders look like mine. I gotta say something. But it's all good when she winning, but when she not, it's just the worst thing in the world. Um, and she's down. She can live with that, but if she not winning, it's just she ready to give up and just talk. And like I said, and one thing, because I didn't do a review on it from a past episode that really kind of knocked me over is when how she went into, like, talking to Pastor Cal, like, "Oh, I'm just so upset that Chris didn't choose me. Like, y'all picked him for me, so he really didn't choose me." And even Pastor Cal was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't stand this lady." I mean, like, he did choose you. He didn't quit on you. He wants to be here. He loves you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do with you, girl? She ready to self sabotage. I mean, it's just like, I mean, come on. What can we do for you? We can't help you, Nicole. We cannot help you. She's beyond help. And she, at that point, she had told Chris, like, well, just if I'm the way I am, if you can't deal with that, you can walk out the door. I wish she would have walked because I was like threatening him. I was like threatening him in a way. If you take it or leave it, you can go. That's not what a marriage is supposed to be. You're not supposed to show your spouse the door. Maybe sometimes somebody got to walk out the door, but you don't supposed to show them the door because they don't, because you think they don't like something. So yeah, that Chris and Nicole thing, that is such a terrible match. I do know what the experts thought were thinking of. They were thinking of, how can we create the most drama while looking healthy? Because guess what? Yeah, they're gonna stay together, but to me, they might be the worst couple out of everybody, for real. You know, because they think like, oh, I mean, the other couples, like, y'all the template, y'all having sex, y'all communicate, y'all have any problems? They have a ton of problems. They're just not talking about them. But the crazy thing is, Nicole can't fix their problems in their marriage, but she want to fix everybody else's problems in their marriage. I mean, and that is something in itself. I don't know if production told her to do that. Is she that pushy on people where she's going to force her advice on you? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. So, ah, listen, I'm exhausted just talking about it. I'm depressed after talking about that, but that's pretty much it for Married at First Sight. Because I mean, y'all feel the same way that I do. I was gonna do Love, Marriage, Huntsville. People like, I don't watch that. What is that show? It gets them under so bad. So I'm pretty much out of subject. Unless y'all want to talk about something else. I'm just, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out. I got a super chat from Lolo. I'm just appreciative of y'all just being here. Just that's all I ask, and I appreciate that. And I will do more lives and really get my content out there more and really do the opposite of what Eris is doing. I'm gonna try in this marriage to make this YouTube thing. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna put more effort in this YouTube thing because by y'all showing up, y'all appreciate what I do, and I appreciate y'all. So, Ton Tanja H, what she said. Let me put that up there. How long has J Dub been married? Woo, that's something else. I've been married since 2011, and I've known my wife. I went to school with my wife. You know, we weren't love interests then. You know, just sharing a little bit about my life, but um, yeah, we've been friends for a while, and we just rekindled and met back up. So yeah, uh, where we at? Where we at? So yeah, I'm just closing up on this live, and as I said, I really wanted to go an hour, but this is more than I expected, and y'all, it was more people than here that I expected. So, like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. AJ, you enjoy the male point of view. That's why I'm here. I'm filling in a niche. I'm staying in my lane, and I'm not trying to blow up on clout and all of that. I'm just here to provide a service, and I appreciate the energy from all of y'all and all of y'all support. So, hey, I do this for y'all, and I can't do this without y'all. So, if not, I just be talking to my computer. So, again, what we got going on? What's coming up next? Like, is the only thing I know that's coming on is what? Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all want to see that? I'm going to put a review out for put a ring on it for those who are interested in it because I'm partial to the late doctor who's no longer with us, but this show is giving something. So I definitely want to do that. Tracy B says more lives, please. Absolutely. I almost want to commit to a live once a week, and I think I can get it done. So I'm gonna take it week by week, but that's my goal to have a live once a week, even if we don't even. It's just like a freestyle because I really enjoy doing this, and it's less pressure, and we can just get into it because y'all help me get through this. So yeah, um, AJ, I live just outside Huntsville. That's very interesting. I always wondered about people who live like in the deep down south because I only lived up north, in the DC area. And I hear such bad things about being in the South, like there's still racism and all that kind of stuff. And I've been thinking, why don't people want to live in the South? I know it's a different type of living and all that, but I just could not imagine. Not saying that you're going through that, but that always made me a little nervous because I never experienced that. So, but that's a very interesting thing to know because I do like to know where my people are from and just get a different perspective. So, no, oh no, art world, no, 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 no. Let me say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to actually Army in the super chat. No, I don't say that. I say that like when people are gone, I have to forget about them. Um, the great Dr. Nicole is still alive and well. She's still on Instagram and all of that. It's just the fact that I have to put her behind me. I'm very partial. She was my favorite. I was Dr. Nicole's mentee, even though she didn't know it. So no, she is still alive. It's just that I don't want to like overshadow Dr. Stacy with my memories of Dr. Nicole. That's what you know, that's what I, that's why that's why I spoke on that one. Tracy B from New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans one time. I mean, this is fun. I've been to New Orleans one time. It wasn't what I thought, but is anywhere what you thought? I wasn't crazy about the food because people hype up the New Orleans food, but it was kind of like fried. The only one thing that I loved about New Orleans was Cafe Du Monde. I love those little joints, whatever they are. But beignets, yes. I love those things. It was good to get out there. And I love being about water, but it was an experience because actually I want to visit. Actually, I don't think I think I want to visit every state except Mississippi. I won't drive through Mississippi. Look at this. See, this why I don't talk about it. Sunshine and flowers tells me I need to move on. And that's why I didn't want to say it. That's why I was like, rest in peace to the other doctor. I want Dr. Stacy to live. I want her to have her own space. I want to forget about. I don't want to be like Chris and Nicole and bringing up the past and all that kind of stuff. I want Doctor Stacy to live. You know. Yeah, Tracy B. I definitely want to catch that that the jazz festival, whatever. But you got to do that. You got to plan that. My schedule be so busy. You got to plan that like a year in advance because I know I would enjoy that. I don't like crowds, but that would be worth it. That would be worth it. But it's so muggy down there too. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna run. And like again, I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all helped me get this off my chest because all that drama with reality. We got people sneak dissing me. We got people threatening me. They gonna do something to J Dub because they don't like what I said and all that. I had to get that off. And I won't mention it again. They can say what they want. If they come on this platform, I'm just gonna block them at this point. I like people to comment and have an opinion, even if it's a difference, but you gotta be respectful. I'm not gonna change in saying what I think. I'm not gonna change what I do because the people here come to see J Dub, and that's not having a big headed thing. They like how I said or what I say, whether they like my style. So we ain't gonna change nothing because I'm them and they are me. So whatever. Good. Leave and I know leave at the let me put that up there. Sunshine and flowers. The biblical husband. I know I messed with Anthony. He decided on Sabrina's soul to sneak diss me and put me out there and solely blame me for his questionable things he got going on. He blamed me solely. I'm the only one who said it. But okay. But we did that. We gotta go back to the beginning because I addressed all of that. And that's fine. He can feel that way. I can be the scapegoat. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Thank you, Jacqueline. I really appreciate that. Oh, and actually, let me put it actually, Aubrey. This ain't it, but I was talking so much. I missed your super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support and all of that. So check out actually Aubrey. Like I said, she does she do the panels for the reality shows, and it's a great mixture of fun over there. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Um, Love Rika, new subscriber. I really appreciate that. Again, I don't take that for granted because I always tell y'all this is my saying. Y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really, really, really appreciate that. And I really mean it. Thank you so much. I'm gone.